Hello everyone, I'm Mo and I've lost over 140 pounds and I did it in under 6 months just by consuming the right foods, and so have hundreds of our clients. And in this video, we're going to talk about why the standard American diet is actually making you sick, and it's not really your fault on why you're consistently gaining weight. I know weight loss can be difficult. We completely understand that. But here's what we know. The standard American diet is loaded with hidden sugars, unhealthy fats, and in this video, I want to really break down why it's making you sick, and how Weight Loss Paradise, or understanding and watching these videos, or even using a low carb diet will help you fix a lot of these issues, and you can do it all from home. So the very first point is, what is the main problem? The biggest problem, and we can see what is happening right now in our economy and the presidency, and that they're putting RFK in to fix this in their mind, but it's all of the processed food. We in America have so much processed food everywhere. And look, do not blame yourself for believing that processed food is okay. I did the same thing. I moved here when I was 10. You can watch my previous video that breaks it all down. And when I moved here, I was amazed by American processed food. It was the ability to get access to delicious food everywhere I went and store it for the long run. The problem is, it made me sick, it made me fat, and it killed a lot of my family, and you don't have to go through the same thing. But the very first poison we've got to get over is the processed foods. You want to eat as much natural, clean, organic food as possible. I had even spent the time being told that things that are organic are just a trick to get me to buy more expensive food, but that's not true. It's actually an investment in my long-term health. Besides the processed foods, it is the high carbs that are put in all of the processed items. Everything around us is full of very, very, very high processed carbs. I'm going to play a clip for you guys of Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, explaining how we're overloaded with carbs.
Your body runs off ketosis, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, I just have like steak and eggs, no bread or anything.
Yeah,
and
it's great.
It's great, actually. It's a power up, I'd say.
And the biggest problem with carbohydrates is they slow you down. Your body has to do double the effort to process them. And some machines do not process as well as some other machines. I can eat one burger and my friend can eat one burger. I will gain 2 pounds. He will not have made a dent, or he might have even lost a half a pound. And it is not because our bodies are like, my body's bad or his is good. It's just our metabolic difference, and some bodies process carbohydrates differently. That's why with our retreat programs, we try to track all of your reactions to food using these smart devices or a blood tester, because it's super important to understand how you're reacting to the ingredients that you are consuming. But besides the processed foods and the high carbohydrates, it's the daily consistent consumption. So now we've already got processed foods as a bad thing. Then we have the high carbohydrates in all of the processed items. Then we have the 3 to 5 meals a day of consumption, which we were taught is normal. I believe, and it might be just a conspiracy, but I do believe that it is sold to us by the sugar and food industry, and they're trying to convince us to continuously consume, and we're being told that we need 3 to 5 meals a day. Well, we've been doing this for 6 meals, and we have never ever had a client have any issues by reducing their intakes to 1 or 2 meals a day and putting in the right ingredients for those meals. So we know for a fact that all of these claims they're making that you need this much food to stay alive and move and have the energy is all incorrect. You will actually be burning ketones and be twice as efficient, as ketones give you more energy per molecule compared to glucose. So that's just something to really consider here, mathematically and scientifically. The standard American diet is what leads us to obesity and our long-term health issues. And the only way to avoid that is to first start with the ingredients that you're consuming every day and start trying to cook everything yourself naturally, or just put the effort or time. And if you don't have time to do that, then you can order from restaurants, but you need to put your money into restaurants that are feeding you clean ingredients. If you're forced to eat bad ingredients from these fast food stores, you're better off just not consuming, rather than believing, well, I have to eat lunch today. If you go consume a Burger King burger full of carbohydrates, processed food, and I'm just using that as an example, processed items all over it, then your insulin response will be an extremely high one. But on top of that, you will be hungry again within the next couple of hours, which keeps you in this vicious cycle to need to keep consuming. right? If you need to keep consuming, you're going to keep spiking your insulin and entail cause metabolic problems and entail start storing the fat, which is what makes you bigger and harder to actually lose the weight. Now, the best way to combat this is to first start by not having a bunch of processed food all around the house. Throw it all away. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard. Give it to your neighbors. I actually don't give it away. I throw it away, but you could just give it away to people who are less fortunate. Another thing is, besides just getting rid of the processed food, it's promising to stop buying processed food. As you consistently give your money to these big corporations that are selling us that, they're going to keep making it. And I know it's a long-term revolution, but you start with yourself, you start healing yourself, and that's more important than anything, right? Then the next step is to make sure you try to cook as much of your daily food consumption as you need, or you purchase from a healthy, clean, organic store that's going to cook it for you. Like if you're doing breakfast, eggs, meat, perfectly fine. Just make sure that it's clean ingredients and not processed meat completely, because then you're just going backwards. And when you switch to a low carb or even a keto lifestyle, it's going to help you by regulating your insulin response to all of this bad food and all of this bad fats that we're consuming with all these processed items. When you're consuming healthy, clean fats and a low carbohydrate number, you will slowly but surely fix your metabolic response and your hormonal imbalance. And we have seen hundreds of people do it, so I know everybody can. We are now offering you a chance to enter for a free monthly coaching or a free retreat, and we will do the drawing once a month. You can also enter once a month by using the link below. We'll see you in paradise, and we'll see you on the other side of your weight loss journey. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. I really hope that this benefited you in any way. Please take this information and use it to your advantage. We will heal thousands of lives and lose millions of pounds, and you can shed the weight off yourself too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.